Good evening, friends. So today again, I am here to tell you or teach something new on this AutoCAD software. So in the last class, I have told you what are the different coordinate systems, and we have did it on using pen and paper. Today, I will teach you in this video how we can draw or we can use those coordinate systems in AutoCAD software. So basically, I will be focusing on the units, basic units like basic commands rather, like unit, limit, zoom, line command, move command, copy command, how to give dimensions, dimension style, how to use the text command, how we can write anything, and how we can plot. So that is a very important function, how we can plot anything using this software. So I hope you will enjoy this video. Let's watch it. Good morning, my dear students.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. So,
Good morning.
how many participants? 31 participants. Okay. So, can anyone just tell me what we have discussed in the last class? Fast recap. Topics, whatever is in your mind that we have discussed in the last class. Am I clearly audible? I hope I am.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah. Ruchita, carry on.
Yes, sir. In last class, we have discussed coordinate system, that is 4 types: absolute
Okay.
coordinate system, relative coordinate system, polar coordinate system, and direct coordinate system. In that, we have discussed first 3.
Okay.
And we were told some AutoCAD commands.
Okay.
And in that is units, limits, zoom, and a shortcut key for ortho mode, grid mode, snap mode, and different draw commands like line, circle, arc, polygon, ellipse, hatch, etc.
Okay, very good. A very precise recap, this I can say. You have covered almost all the topics that we have discussed in the last class, and I'm very happy that you can give us such a good briefing. Okay, it will be very helpful for you throughout your entire BTech course. Carry on. Okay. So, as your one of the friend has told that we have seen about your absolute coordinate system, different coordinate systems, but that day I have told you with on your paper means we have not used the software for that. Today, I will show you how to draw a simple 2D figure using your different coordinate systems, 3 coordinate systems or 4 coordinate systems. The fourth one I have left that day for today. Okay. So I will show you. So I hope you will enjoy this session. Although we have only 1 hour, so I hope your full attention. So I will now switch to our problem statement. Yeah. This figure you can see on the screen, a simple 2D diagram I have taken. Okay. And I have written your coordinates as well. Yeah. So coordinates you can see here I'm starting with 20 comma 20 means this is your x coordinate and the second one is your y coordinate. Similarly here your 80 comma 20. So what will be the length of this line?
60.
This will be your 60. Okay. Similarly, what is the length of this line?
30.
30. Very good. So this is your 30. Likewise, all the coordinates are written. Okay. So I will directly take this figure to your AutoCAD. So let me first write down all the dimensions. What will be this length?
40.
40. Very good. So I will write here 40. This is your 20. This is your 20. Okay. You tell me if somewhere I'm wrong. Okay. Here
50.
it will be 50. Okay.
50.
Very good. So now let's I will take a snap of this. I will use a sniper tool. Oh, it's not working in presentation mode. Discard. Okay. I will copy this portion and I will paste it in your AutoCAD. Okay. So before pasting, I will switch the share screen to the AutoCAD screen. I will share new screen share, that is our AutoCAD. Yeah. Now I hope this is visible to everyone. I have started the AutoCAD, and whenever you start AutoCAD, the first thing that you have to keep in your mind that first you have to set the unit. So for that units command is there. You can see at the bottom command line I am writing. Then this window will open and you have to set this as decimal, precision keep it is 0, and units you have to make it millimeters. Okay, so this I have discussed in the last class, and then you have to click on OK. Once again I am telling, this length type you have to make it decimal, precision you have to make it 0, and units you have to make it millimeters, and then click on OK. Once you have done these settings, what is the next command that you have to use? After units, what is the next command? You have to set the limit. Okay. So for limits, we have command limit the center. Now it is asking for lower left corner. So by default, you can see here that it is showing 0, 0. So that is correct. Upper limit, we will keep it as the A4 size paper. And what is your A4 size paper is 297, 210. So I will write 297 in X and 210 in Y. Yeah. This is the second command. The first command that I used is your unit. Second command that I used is your limit. Now, the next command that I'm going to use is your zoom. Z, enter, all, A, enter. So also I have done the zooming. Now I will bring that figure. For that I have copied that figure in my clipboard. So I will right click clipboard and I will paste it. So this is the figure in front of you, what I am going to draw, and I will use one by one all the coordinate systems. Okay. So starting with our first one, that is your absolute coordinate system. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I have to, as you can see here in this figure, we have only line segments are there. So I will use the command line command. You can type LINE complete line, or you can simply type L, short form L, then press enter key on your keyboard. Okay. So here you can see it will write what it is asking. What AutoCAD is asking, it will be written over here. As you can see my cursor, I am in the command line. Specify the first point.
Yes,
So
sir.
you can see here what is your first point?
20, 70, 20,
20, 20. Okay. So our line has started from this location. Just above this command C, you can see that is your 20, 20. Now, what is your next point?
80, 20.
20.
80, 20. Okay. Okay. So it is coming somewhere over here. Okay. We will see it afterwards. What is your third point?
80, 50.
80, 50. So you have to simply write down all the coordinates. The next point is your 40, 50. Okay. The next point is your 40, 70. Next point is your 20, 70. And the last point that we have to close is your 20, 20. Now we have drawn the figure, but it is not clearly visible on the screen. It is somewhat looking very small inside and the lower part of your screen. So for this, once again, I will tell you, if certain situation arise, you have to use the command zoom, Z, enter, all, A, enter. So it will zoom whatever is there on your screen. So since we have that snapshot of the drawing also, so that is why it is coming like this. So you can, now we don't need this. Okay, let's keep it, but I will bring it just below this. So move I will use from this corner. I will switch off the ortho and I will bring it here. Yeah. Now I will use your zoom command. Okay. It is showing as per your. Yeah. Now the next thing after drawing this, what you have to do is you have to give the dimensions. So as you can see on the top in the last class, I have shown you one tab is there. Their dimension is written. You have to click there. Now it will ask you to select the object on which you want to give the dimension. So select this length. Okay. So we have started giving dimensions, but still we can see it is very small. We are not able to see it like this. We have to zoom it, then we are able to see it. So for
Change the
this,
settings.
dim style, DIM STYLE, dim style I will use. You have to press enter, click on this modify. I hope this is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So click on this modify. First, what I have done in the last class, I have changed the color of this dimension line. You can keep as per your choice, but only thing that I need, it should be clearly visible. So for that, I can keep yellow or I can keep green. So now today I am taking yellow color. Okay. So this is the extension line, this vertical line. This is called as your extension line, both the sides. So extension line also I'm making it yellow in color. So now you can see in the preview the colors of the dimension line. Dimension line is this line with arrowhead, and this is your extension line. Now I'm going to change the size of arrow. Standard size we can keep for every drawing.
3.
You can keep it as 3. After this, let's keep the arrowhead like this only. Go to your text. Text height I will make 8. 8 units I will make the text height in the third tab. Okay. If you want, you can change the color of the text also. Okay. So let's make it all yellow or make it green. Okay. This text dimension I'm writing in green. Now next thing you have to go to the primary unit. The fifth tab here, primary unit, you can see unit format is decimal. This precision I will change to 0. Now you can see clearly what is written here. Okay. So this is what the settings that we have to do. Once we are done with this, we have to click on OK. Then you have to click close. Now you can see the dimension, it is clearly visible here. Now straightforward, you can go for the dimensions of, you can click on the line, you can place it. You can click on the line. And you can just give the placement of this dimension. Okay. If it is going out of screen, you can zoom out using the scroll key of your mouse. This is your 20. This is your 50. Okay. So do we need to give the dimension for this line? This 20 length? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
No. Why? Because it will be over dimensioning. Here this length I have shown as 50 and here I am showing that this portion is 30. So remaining will be automatically 20. Okay. So this we can consider. This is basic software, so it will not create any problem. If I will give the command to give the dimension, it will give the dimension. Okay. But you can see they are crossing. Dimensions are crossing each other and they are overlapping. So this is not required. So we will delete this part. Okay. So this is how we can use absolute coordinate system to draw this figure. Okay. I hope it is clear to all of you.
Yes, sir.
If there is any doubt, you can ask me. If it is clear, type in the chat box, clear sir. CS, short form. Let me see how many of you are actively listening. We have now 55 participants. Okay. Good to see the number. So this is how we have done using your absolute coordinate system. Now, what I want to tell you, suppose you have drawn something and now we have to take the printout of this file. Okay. So that we can take the printout and we have to attach it in your record file. So there are many ways to take the printout. Either you can take the screenshot of this page using the print screen button is there on your keyboard. Once you will press the print screen keyboard, then you can go for the Paint software, MS Paint. Once you will open the Paint software, let me reshare or mute there the screen. Yeah. When you will open the Paint software and you have pressed previously the print screen, you can here paste it. Right click or directly you can press Ctrl V on your keyboard. So you will get this figure. This is one way, simple way. Take the print screen and paste it in your Paint software. Then click on Save As and you can save your file somewhere. Suppose I am saving it on desktop and this is my first exercise. So I will write exercise 1 and save it. You can see here it is saved like this. So you can do those size settings and you can keep it in your Word file and you can paste it somewhere. Okay. So likewise, this is one way, or you can say very basic style. Now, how do we do this using the print command? We all know that we use printer to take the printouts. And as I have told you that there are different size of paper available. There are different size of paper available to take the printouts. Okay, A4, A3, A1, A2. So the bigger, if I have to take the printout, the complete entire design of your apartment or your house, then I will use the bigger size of paper. In our small printer that you see in office or home, that is domestic printer, we use for A4 size printing. There are big plotters that are used for printing on bigger sizes of the paper. Okay. So let's see how to do those settings to take the printout. For that, you have to go on this file option. You will see plot option is there. Control P, the same shortcut key that we use in our Microsoft Word. Control P. You have to click that plot option. Here you can select the paper size. Paper size here you can see by default it is ANSI, capital A. I want, because you have to keep this in your record book, so I will prefer here A4 size. Okay. So I'm selecting ISO A4 297 210 mm. Here we have one more option for A4 with 210 297 orientation. So whether it is your what we say portrait or landscape, you can choose as per your choice. But now I'm selecting this 297 210 mm. Okay. Once you selected the paper size, then you have to select what to plot. What do you want to plot? Here, by default, you can see display is written, what I am going to select? A window. What window? Once you click on that window, here you can see the symbol of the cursor. You can see carefully. Earlier, what symbol you are getting? Cross mark, and at the center one rectangle was coming. Now you can see that rectangle is not there. Only cross mark is there. Okay. So it is asking to select the window what I want to print. So this is the way I am going to select the window, whatever the drawing is there on your screen that you want to plot. You select it. You can see some dotted lines are appearing on the screen. Okay. Now fit to the paper that we can set. And here one more option is there, center the plot. Center the plot. Okay. Now we can see how it will look like. We need some PDF printer for this. Let me see, is there any option is there? Yeah, AutoCAD PDF printer is there. Okay, paper size window, center the plot, fit to the paper. Then you can click on preview. So this is how it is looking like. This half rectangle is coming, that is the shading of the image file that we have taken. Okay. And one more thing, you can see the color of this dimension line. I have selected yellow color with black background. That yellow color was clearly visible, but here we have white background, so this yellow color is not completely visible. So I suggest you not to take yellow color for your dimension line. This green color is visible, you can take that. So we have seen the preview of our printout. It is looking good, so you can go for this printout. If you want to change the color of this dimension line, let's do it. It will take very less time. I will close this, and again I have to go for dim style. The command DIM STYLE, you can see in the command line I have written dim style. Press enter, modify, go to line, color I am going to make it green only. Okay, press OK, close. Okay, now everything is green. Again I have to go to file, plot, do all those settings once again. I am doing it fast because I have already told you. AutoCAD PDF printer I have selected here in the printer name. Paper size I am taking as A4 297 210. Okay. Now what to plot? I have to plot some window. This last option. Once I will click this window, this pop-up screen will disappear and they will ask me to select the window what I want to plot. So let's click on window, select what I want to plot. Okay, click on this center the plot. Okay, and then we can see the preview, how it is looking. So this is how it will look. Okay, we have drawn the diagram. On the left hand side, I have kept the problem statement. But on this screen, still one thing is not visible. Which student has drawn this? So I need to write the name of student also and your roll number. So for that, there is one command, text. Text command is there, or here you can say multi-line text, it is here. You can see on your screen, on the tab, text capital A alphabet is showing there. Okay. So you have to click that. Now you see the command line. What it is asking, specify the first corner where I want to write. So I will click on here, specify the opposite corner. What is the extent where I want to write? So I will specify the opposite corner. Okay. Now, if you want to adjust the height, what is the font size? I don't know. So here you can see by default it is text height. It is showing 0. If you will write anything with text size 0, it will not be clearly visible. So let's make it 8. Okay. And you have to write name, whatever is your name you can write. For time being I am writing XYZ. Okay, once you are done, you can click somewhere outside. Now that is again out of your screen, so command you have to use zoom all. You can see name XYZ is written here. Now I want to bring this just below this drawing. So what I will do, one more command is coming into the picture, that is move command, M-O-V-E. So I will write here M-O-V-E, move command. You can see in the command line, press enter. It is asking to select the object, which object I want to move. I have selected this object. Once you selected the object, then you have to press enter. Now see here what it is asking, specify the base point from where I want to move it. So base point I have selected at the bottom of n alphabet. I want to bring this at the center, both sides. Okay. So this is where I want to place it. Name is done. One more identification is given to you, that is your roll number or hall ticket. So that you can write again by going with that text command. Specify the corner. You can set the text size at 8. Press enter. You can write roll number. Suppose your roll number is, I will write my mobile number. Okay, 9031. Or one student, you tell me your roll number. I will write it. Any one student, tell me your number.
200
200
5
5
821
821
017.
017. Okay, so I have taken this roll number. Now again, this is not coming to your screen. So the command that you have to use is Z for zoom. Press enter. A for all. The first option that you can see here. A, enter. Now whatever we have written here, it is coming here. Okay. But you can see this number is coming down, so we will stretch it like this. You can again move it to make the name and roll number in one line. Okay. So name and roll number is written here. Okay. Now I will take the printout of this. Okay. So control key I can press, shortcut key on my keyboard, or I can go with click on file, plot, select the printer, AutoCAD to PDF, paper size A4, 297 to 10. What you want to plot, select on window. I'm selecting what I want to see on my paper. I want to center the plot. See here, it will center it. Center the plot, fit to the paper, preview. Now, here you can see the question. Here you can see what you have drawn on your software. And you can see what is the name of student and what is his roll number. Now this is fine. Now we can take the printout of this and you can attach it in your file. So once it is done, click on the option that is plot, top left corner. Plot is there, plot it, and it is asking where to save. So on desktop, create a folder with your name. I'm creating one folder. GDM, you can write your name or roll number. Okay. Practice, I am writing. Now once again, go to your AutoCAD software, locate. It is not showing here. GDM practice, it is showing here. Now save it. You can change the name of file. This is our exercise number 1. Click on save. This is converted to your PDF file. Now you can easily take the printout either at your home or in outside. You can take the printout and you can insert it in your record file. Okay. So this is how I have told you how you can take the printout and plotting. This is called as the method of plotting in AutoCAD. Okay. So this we have drawn using your absolute coordinate system. Okay. Now we will draw the same figure using your relative coordinate system. I hope you all remember that what is your relative coordinate system. So let's start it. For that I will delete this one. What I have drawn here. This is using absolute coordinate system. Let me write here. I can copy this if I want to write something again and again, and I can paste here to write absolute coordinate system. Okay, so this is your absolute coordinate system I have used. Now the next we will draw it using your relative coordinate system, the same figure. Only thing that will change is the command that I'm using to draw it. Okay, so what command we were using? I have to draw this using line command only. So I will take L for line. Okay, what is our starting point? Our starting point is 20, 20. So I will start with the starting point. Now, as I have told you, in relative coordinate system, we will give the coordinate of the next point relative to your previous point. Okay. So relative to the previous point, we have to move in x direction. What is the length?
80, 0.
No. What is the length of that line I'm asking?
60, 0.
Okay. So at the rate, you have to type at the rate. In x direction, I want to move 60. Okay. And in y direction, how much length? 0. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So as you can see here in this figure, in x direction for this point number 2, 80 minus 20, that is 60. 20 minus 20, it will give you 0. So I have written at the rate 60, 0.
0.
Now you can press enter. See, the next point is coming here. Okay.
0,
Now at the rate, do not forget to press at the rate, because that is giving you the significance that you are working in relative coordinate system. At the rate, now you tell me.
0,
X
30.
direct 0, 30. This means in x direction we are moving 0 and in y direction we are moving 30. So that you can see here 80 minus 80, 0. 50 minus 20, 30. So this is correct. Press enter. Now we have reached here. Now again,
40, 0.
what I should add
At
the rate
40, 0.
40 or minus 40?
Minus
40.
40, sir.
Because this time I want to go in, yes, negative x
Opposite.
direction. Minus 40,
0.
0. Okay. Now next, at the rate
0,
x coordinate 40 minus 40. How much is coming? 0,
0, 20.
20.
yes, 70 minus 50 is your 20. Similarly, now at the rate 40 minus 20,
Minus 20,
minus 20, minus 20, 70 minus 70, that is your 0. And again, you can close it. So coming down, what we can write at the rate, in x we are moving 0, 20 minus 20. Okay,
Minus
here you have
50.
20, here you have 20. Now 20 minus 70, it will be
Minus 50.
minus 50. Very good. So this is how the diagram is closed. Okay, now I'm going to give the first dimensioning. You all know the process of dimensioning. Click on this dimension. Okay, select the opposite corners, or you can select since we have already given the dimension style, so it is showing like this. If it is not showing like this, then you have to go for dimension style also. Okay. Now, I'm not going with this text command. What I'm going, I'm just coming out of the dimension. See here. First, you have to come out of the dimension. Nothing is written here. Okay. Then I'm going to copy this name, Control C, or you can click on copy. Is it here? No. Clipboard, copy. And I want to paste it here. Clipboard, paste. Where I want to paste, here I want to paste. What I have to write? So double click or triple click to select what you have written it earlier. And this time I'm going to write relative coordinate system. Okay. So I have drawn this figure using relative coordinate system. Okay. Now again, you have to take the printout of this. So go to File, go to Plot, select the printer, paper size, what you want to plot. I want to plot this window. Select this one, center the plot, fit to the paper, click on preview, and this is what you will get. This is fine. Then click on plot, exercise 2. Save. So this is your second figure, relative coordinate system. Okay. Now, again I will delete this, and we have to draw now using polar coordinate system. I will draw that figure using polar coordinate system. Okay, same figure. So what is the command line for that? Again, we have to draw the line. So L for enter. The starting point is 20, 20. Now, in relative coordinate system, what I have told you, you have to write the length and angle. Okay. So starting with at the rate, in x direction, what is the length? What is the length of line in x direction?
60.
60. Okay. So at the rate 60. What is the angle?
90.
0 degree.
0. 0.
0 degrees.
So you can see here, it is little bit smaller on the screen, but you can see in the command line, I have written at the rate angle is 0. Okay, at the rate 60, 60 is the length of line and 0 is your angle. So press enter. Now, at the rate, this second line I want to draw, this vertical. Okay, what is the length of this line?
30 less
What
than
is
90.
the So I have to go length of 30 at
Less
an
than
angle
90.
of
90.
90 degrees. So you can see in the command line, I have written at the rate 30 less than 90. Less than is representing your angle. Okay. So press enter. Now next, at the rate
40 less than 180. Angle 180.
40, because we are bothering about length and the angle is 180. Now for the 1, 2, 3, line number 4, this vertical line, at the rate, what is the length? Length is 20 and angle is
90.
90. Okay. Press enter. Then again
20 less than 180.
at the rate
20 less than
20 less than
180 angle.
180 angle, enter, and then you have to close it. Last line at the rate, length is 50,
T
angle is
minus
what is the angle? 180 plus 90,
270.
270. Okay, so you will close it. It goes in anti-clockwise. Okay, from 0 to 360 degrees. So first quarter 90, second quarter 90, third quarter 90. So 90 plus 90 plus 90 is your 270. Again, you all know how to give the dimensions. Again, I am showing you so that it will be permanently stored on your in your mind how to give the dimensions. Select the line, give all the dimensions. Yeah. And see here, I want to now write the text. You can see the cursor. What is the symbol of cursor? You have two lines crossing each other, two perpendicular lines. Okay. And here you can see in the command line, you are in certain command. Okay. If you have to come out of this, suppose this type of cursor is visible, it means you have to select something. So you have to press the escape key on your keyboard. Now you can see those two perpendicular lines at the point of intersection. There is small square is there. So this is your, you can say in root directory cursor or by default cursor. If only two perpendicular lines are there, it means that you have to select something. So now we have come to the base or root directory. So this is your default cursor. Now I want to copy this name. So Control C on my keyboard, shortcut I have used, and Control V on my keyboard to keep it over here. Now this is made using polar coordinate system. Polar coordinate system. I want to plot this. I will not go with file and plot. I will go this time directly from the shortcut key of my keyboard, that is CTRL Control plus P. You will get this one. Okay. Last time we are going like this, file, plot, CTRL plus P, Control plus P. You will get this. Select the printer, AutoCAD to PDF, paper size, A4 297 210. What you want to plot? I want to plot the selected window. Select it. Center the plot. Fit to the paper. See the preview. If this is fine, this is fine. Click on this plot. Then you can write here exercise number 3. So this is how you will get in your PDF format. Okay. This you can take the printout from anywhere, either printer at your home or somewhere at the cyber cafe. Now, the fourth coordinate system that is missing, that I have not told you that day, and I have said you that I will show you on computer directly. So let's see that how to do that. That is your direct coordinate system, if you remember. Direct coordinate system. So as the name is suggesting, we will give direct. So go to the line command, L, enter. I will draw just next to this. Okay. Now here you can see all lines that is there in the drawing. They all are perpendicular to each other. We don't have any angular lines. Okay. So what we will do, we need to draw all vertical and horizontal lines. So for that, I need this ortho mode. Shortcut key is F8. Okay. So you can click over here to switch on to ortho mode. Now, As I have switched on ortho mode, I will be able to draw only perpendicular lines, whether it can be horizontal or vertical. So let's start with this point. Okay, I'm starting over here. Dynamically allocated, I have not written any coordinate values. Okay, I have dynamically allocated on the computer screen. Dynamically allocated means clicking anywhere on the screen. No coordinates I have written on the command line. Okay, now you see, if you will pay attention on the screen, at the place of cursor, two perpendicular lines are intersecting. It means I am under certain command line. Now, something is written there. If you will see carefully, it is
75
written ortho colon 75 less than 0. It means now you have understand 75 is the distance and 0 is the angle. Okay. So that we have used in your polar coordinate system. Now I'm not going to give any coordinates. What I will do, 60, I know I have to move 60 length. I will write 60, enter, in horizontal direction. Now in vertical direction, how much I have to move? 30 I have to move, enter. In this direction, now I have to move 40. So I will simply write 40. Okay. I will write 40 and press enter. In vertical direction, what is the length I have to move?
20.
20. So I will simply write 20 and then I will press enter. In horizontal direction, how much length I have to move?
50.
20. 40 minus 20 is your 20. So 20 I will write. You can see in the command line, press enter. In downward direction, I have to move. Simply, I am giving the direction using my cursor, that in which direction I have to move. Okay. And how much I have to move, that value I am writing. So in this downward direction, I have to move by 50 length. So I have written 50, enter. Now our drawing is complete. Press escape. So this is called as the direct method. And this one is the easiest method as per my opinion is concerned. Okay. Only we have to give the direction with this mouse cursor and you have to specify how much length you want to move in that direction. Using ortho, only when I have to draw horizontal or vertical lines. Okay. So similarly, you can give the dimensions. Okay, I have to come out of this dimension command, so I will press escape key. You can see the change of the cursor sign. Pay attention to the cursor sign. Now it is two perpendicular lines. Once I will press the escape key, one small square will come at the point of intersection. Yeah, I have pressed the escape key and now you can see the sign of cursor has changed. So this is our default sign of the cursor. Now this is made using direct coordinate system. So I can edit this. So I will copy this, paste it over here, Control C for copy, Control V for paste. I hope it is known to everyone. So you can edit it by double clicking it. And for this polar, I will write direct. And you can click somewhere outside this area. Okay. So this is your direct coordinate system. Now again, if you want to take the printout of this, Control P from your keyboard, select the printer, select the paper size. What you want to plot? I want to plot the window. Okay, now I am going this time for some different options. Suppose every time I am clicking on this window, so we are selecting some window. What will happen if I'll click on display? Let's see in the preview. Enter the plot at least and click on preview. So you can see what is coming. Okay. Now you can see the difference. Whatever is display, it was coming there. Now extend preview. So whatever you have drawn, it is coming to your paper with the extent, means it is automatically adjusting to the paper size. Okay, so this is the second option. Limits we have defined in the first step. So let's see. Okay, so in the beginning we have defined the limits of our working, that is 0, 0 and up to 297, 210. So this is your limit. That figure is, I have tested beyond the limit, so it is not showing here. The option, the fourth option is your windows. Window means window we have to select. Okay, so you can select the window what you want to plot. Suppose you don't want to plot the entire portion, so you can select the smaller, this direct coordinate system only. Okay, yeah. This only, click on preview. Yeah, that figure will only come. Now I hope this is clear to all of you. So let's save it. For reselecting the window, you can click here. Earlier, this one was the selected window. I want to reselect it, the entire window. Means this one, the new window. You can click on the preview and this you can see what is coming. Now save it. At the top left corner, that printer photograph is there. You have to click there and it will come to the plot. Exercise 4. Save it. And it will come to your screen. Okay. So this is how in the last class we have seen theoretically or using the pen and paper what are the different coordinate systems. And today I have told you how to draw those figures using your AutoCAD software. If it is clear to all of you, type in the chat box, clear sir, CS. If anybody is having any doubt, you can ask me. I will try to clarify it. Now we can list out here what are the different commands that we have studied today. Okay, what are the different commands that we have studied today? Where I can write.
Line zoom.
Okay, just wait. Give me 1 minute. I will write here only and Control C and Control V. Commands used, I am writing here. Press enter. Okay, now start. First one, what we have started with? Units. Okay,
Line.
so I am using the cap lock. First is units. Second is limit.
Limits. Zoom.
Zoom. Then
Line.
line command we have used.
Move.
Then move command we have seen today. Copy command also we have seen today. Then dimension dim command, dimension style. Anything else?
Text command.
Text command, very good. Next, plot. Plot command we have seen. I will drag it to above so that the bottom portion is also visible. Again, I will double click it so that I can edit it. Anything else that we have learned today? So 10 commands we have used today to draw different, a simple 2D diagram using line command and different coordinate systems. So I hope this coordinate system is clear now. So I'm not putting any restriction that you have to use this coordinate system only until or unless it is not asked in the examination, that use this coordinate system to draw this figure. Okay. In your practicals, you are free to use any of this coordinate system, whichever you are comfortable with. Okay. So I hope it is not 12 o'clock. Time is over. And I hope you have learned something in today's session, today's 1 hour session.
Yes, sir.
So that's all from my side. I hope you enjoyed this 1 hour session. Have a nice day. I'm going to end this meeting.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.